Want to learn how to use a Tailwind tribes? Well, by the end of this video, you'll have my top best tips for skyrocketing your Pinterest growth using Tailwind tribes, even if you're starting from scratch. Actually, if you're a beginner on Pinterest, Tailwind tribes is just an absolute beautiful thing. For the best business and Pinterest advice, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I publish a video next. I'm Isabelle, ex-corporate marketer for Fortune 500 companies for over 14 years, now turned entrepreneur and educator and helping business owners just like you grow businesses that you're proud of. So what are Tailwind tribes? Well, Tailwind tribes are a group of business owners that get together and that agree to share each other pins onto their own profiles. So let me explain what I mean by this. So Tailwind tribes are hosted by Tailwind, which is an application that I use for scheduling my Pinterest pins. And it's actually one of the best schedulers out there for Pinterest. They're an approved Pinterest partner as well. So I highly recommend using Tailwind if you're not already. And so what those Tailwind tribes are, they're a group of business owners that get together as part, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of tribes out there for every niche that you can think of. And for every pin that you add to the tribe, you agree to share someone else's pin onto your own profile. So what this means for this other person is that now their content is being exposed or being put in front of your own followers. What this also means is that now your content, if it's being picked up by the tribe members and you're putting out some good content, they'll start sharing it to their followers as well, putting it onto their own profile. And now your content is being put in front of their followers. So it drastically increases your reach, gets you in front of new audiences, and will drastically increase your traffic and the growth of your traffic on Pinterest. It represents about 30% of my Pinterest traffic, and they're just an absolute beautiful things. I absolutely love tribes. Now there's a way to use them to make sure that they really work for you, and this is what I'll be covering today. So since tribes are so powerful for growing your traffic on Pinterest, we might think that the more tribes we join, the better it is. Not necessarily. That brings me to tip number one. More tribes does not necessarily mean more traffic. We have to be selective about the tribes that we join to make sure that it's, worth our time and commitment, but also that it's working and driving you traffic. So what are the criteria for finding a good tribes? So the first thing I want you to look at is tribes that are relevant to your niche. You don't want to be too niched down. So think a little bit more kind of generic. So for example, if you're a course creator that sells a course about balcony gardening, it's very unlikely you'll find a tribe about balcony gardening. I haven't looked, but I'm pretty sure you won't. But you'll find tribes about gardening. You'll find tribes about, kind of house and homes, DIY, different living, lifestyle, different things of that nature, right? So think a little bit more outside of the box and try to find a lot of tribes that are relevant to your specific niche. Now, the second thing that you want to do is focus on tribes that are active. A lot of tribe owner, and I do own a tribe, can be quite a lot of work actually. So you have to kind of screen all the members and making sure that people are sticking to the rules and all that. So sometimes tribe owners may not stay on top of things, right? Life happens. So some tribes sometimes can die down or become less active. So you want to make sure that you're focusing your time on the most active tribes. And the other tip also that I want you to look at is the number of members as part of that tribe. Tribes are very small, tend to not have a lot of actions and a lot of shares. So I highly recommend that instead you join tribes that have a lot of members. So as many members as possible is a great way. So relevant tribes that are active and that have a lot of members. Now, to learn how to increase your visibility using Pinterest and getting more engaged followers, stay until the end as I have a free blueprint for you. Now, my second tip is to show up. You have to be consistent to make Tailwind tribes work for you. So every morning I take a few minutes, I take about 5 minutes and I share my pins. So I always stay on top of my tribes and I share content throughout. So you don't want to just go in one day, like let's say you publish your blog post on Tuesday, and then on Tuesday you start sharing your new graphic to all of your tribes at once. It just won't work as well. The reason is that there's a lot of members that are part of the same tribes as you are. So if you just flood your tribes with the same piece of content, the same graphic, people will already have pinned it and share it onto their own profile, so they won't share it again, right? So what's best to do is to kind of trickle down your graphics and alternate different graphics throughout the week, so that you're constantly sharing new content and staying top, and really kind of the feed actually on Tailwind Tribes is chronological. So if you just share everything on a Monday, by late Monday afternoon or Tuesday, you'll be way at the bottom of the feed, right? So you want to make sure that every morning or every day you're staying consistent and you're sharing a few of your pins to the tribe, and try to spread them through the different tribes and throughout the week. Now, I do find that it works better for me to share during the week. Most business owners tend to work during the week, and so sharing pins, I have found personally on the weekend didn't work as well for me. It might be different for you, but try testing different times of sharing for you and how it works best. So now the third tip is to make sure that you're sharing to your tribes as many graphics as you can per pieces of blog posts. So that's part of a fresh content strategy, and I covered a French content strategy in last week's video, and you can click on the card above this video to find out more about the fresh content strategy. Now, what we do is we create more than one graphic per piece of content. So if you've got a new blog post or a new video, you'll create 3, 4, 5, up 10, 20 different graphics per piece of content. And you'll want to share those different versions at different interval throughout the week or the next 2 weeks, so that you're constantly refreshing your tribes and you're sharing different versions of graphics per blog post. It will absolutely help you create more entry points to your content and therefore drive more traffic. Now, let me know, have you started using Tailwind Tribes for your own business? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. Now, the fourth tip is to make sure that you're not swamping or flooding all of your tribes at the same time. You must be super excited. You just published a new blog post, a new piece of content, a new video, and you just want to share it with the world. But the problem is if you flood all of your tribes at the same time, they will be the same members or part of different tribes. And if they've already shared your pin, they won't share it again, right? So try to space sharing your pins to your tribes at intervals throughout the week or throughout the next 2 weeks or so. It will yield you way better results. Also, the feed is chronological on the Tailwind Tribe algorithm. And so if you're just flooding all at the same time and somebody just happens to go in, 5 hours later, you'll be way at the bottom of the feed. So you want to make sure that you're just kind of spreading them, go in once a day. I like doing it in the morning, and then just share a few of your pins at a time. Now, tip number 5 is to be a good sharer. Tribes are based on the principle of reciprocity, so that for every pin that you add to the tribe, you must be sharing someone else's pin to your own profile. If you're expecting other people to share your own pin to their profile, you must return the favor and reciprocate by sharing their pins onto your own profile as well. So this is how tribes work. That's the principle that they work on, and good tribe members will monitor the behavior of their members, and they will kick out members that do not reciprocate, because then what happens if people don't reciprocate, the tribe doesn't work anymore. It doesn't fulfill its purpose. It doesn't it won't work, right? If people are not sharing each other pin, what's the point of having a tribe, right? So if you are a part of a good tribe, you want to be a good sharer. You want to make sure that you're not getting kicked out of that tribe. So now you know exactly how to use Tailwind Tribes to skyrocket your own Pinterest traffic, your Pinterest traffic growth. But how do you actually take that information and implement it into a step-by-step winning marketing strategy using Pinterest? If you're ready to finally get noticed by your ideal customers using Pinterest, then the Pin to Profit Bootcamp, which is a product I created, will absolutely be helping you. It's a mighty system of workshops and templates that will drastically speed up the way to getting free targeted traffic using Pinterest, even if you've never used Pinterest before. It includes workshop about my content formula, my graphics formula, as well as the optimized profile formula, and a whole bunch of bonuses such as optimized templates for clicks, my formula for creating 5 pins in 5 minutes. It's absolutely really cool. My content repurposing guide and so much more. And there's a link below this video. So if you're ready to finally get noticed on Pinterest, this Pin to Profit Bootcamp, you're just gonna absolutely love it. And the link is below this video. Now, if you're not ready yet to commit to Pinterest and you kind of want to see if it's a right fit for your business, then I've got you covered as well. There's a link below this video for the Pin to Profit Blueprint. And this one will give you the 3 must-haves for increasing your visibility using Pinterest. It's a free download, it's a free PDF guide, and you can download it. There's a link below this video. And make sure to check out these videos for more tips on how to rev up your Pinterest marketing. If you like this video, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe and share it with your friends. All right, see you next time.